Well, how's it going there, guys? James here from Butler Farms on a very hot afternoon up here at the shop getting a few things done. And as I was working, I was taking a little break, and I had been down beyond the house, and I was walking back up this way to find a tool, and I saw that. You know, we're right here before the 4th of July, and being that I'm getting ready to turn 51 later on this month, I've been through a lot of 4th of Julys. I was around, don't remember it, but I was around for July the 4th, 1976. And I'm getting to see as an adult our 250th birthday. And you know, I've actually had somebody on this channel before ask me why that is always in the background when I'm up here at the shop. And I just want to say that is not by accident. One thing is, I'm just going to be perfectly honest, I walk out here to the edge of the shop because that's where the lighting's better. But another reason is I want that over my shoulder. And the reason for that is it always reminds me, every time I walk up the hill, every time I come up to my shop, and I'm up here doing the things I love to do, because you know I love to work. I cannot sit in the house. I cannot binge watch shows. I just can't do it. I have to be outside. I have to be working. And that right there gives me the right to do it. What that stands for gives me the right to do it. And so I got to thinking a while ago, you know, as we come up to this 250, and I know there's a lot of people bloviating, you know, all this, that, and the other. But what does it mean to just us simple folks out here? You know, I work, I guess, what you would consider a white-collar job. I don't really know how you would describe what I do for a living. But I've always been a blue-collar guy. And I've always had the utmost respect for what that stands for. And in 250 years, we've made tremendous mistakes. We've also been the beacon for the entire world for what is right. And I may get in trouble for this. Some people may not like it. You know, I really don't have enough subscribers to be losing subscribers, but I will tell you this. I will never, ever be ashamed to put that in my videos. I don't do it as a stunt. I don't do it as a prop. I do it because I love it. Because of what that flag stands for, and all the generations of my family that have been willing to fight for that flag, I will not apologize for it. That flag and other flags, I have to admit, all of you know where I am. I'm here in Central Alabama. My family has been in Central Alabama for about the past 10 to 12 generations. And so my family has fought under several different flags. If you know, you know. Okay? I'm not ashamed of any of it. Because I come from a long line of men that are willing to stand up, not only for their country, but also for what they believe as far as where we come from, who we ultimately belong to, and the freedom that we have to be able to worship how we want to worship and say what we want to say and live the way we want to live. We've got all kind of factions around now that want to tear that down. They want to disgrace that. They want to talk about how evil that is and how evil what that stands for is. I'm not hearing it. I won't hear it. I won't hear it. I am not a violent guy. I hate confrontation. I hate arguments. As you know, I've been married to my wife for a quarter of a century, and I told her when we were dating, if you are looking for somebody to argue with you and to fight with you, we don't need to go any further because I'm not the one. So I hate all kinds of confrontation. I like to be left alone. I like to leave other people alone. But when it comes to people trying to tear that down and tear down this country, I'm not going to stand for that. Because what that flag stands for, and the men and women that died for that flag, I can come out here and make videos about gardening and about hunting and about raising food and all the other things. It allows me to go and do my job every day. It also allows me to stand in a pulpit every Sunday and preach the Word of God without fear or hesitation. I'm just going to be honest with you, I'd do it even if there was fear of somebody finding out and there being repercussions. I'm not going to bow to that. And I don't have to, because what 250 years has taught me is that that doesn't run. That stands for something. And if we don't get busy protecting what that stands for, we're going to lose it. Now, will that change the things that I do, the things that I say, the things that I preach on Sundays? Absolutely not. I do not have fear of people that don't like what I'm saying, because I answer to a higher power, I answer to a higher authority, and that flag tells me it's okay. So I'm not going to keep you long today. Like I said, I was just walking up the hill, and as I was coming up the hill, I mean, that thing has been hanging there for years. And today, for some strange reason, it's not July the 4th. It's July the 2nd, actually. But for some reason, when I was walking up here today, I saw that flag and I thought, you know, that provides us so many rights and opportunities and privileges that people all over this world would die to have, including making very poor videos about gardening. So I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. Give it some thought over the 4th of July. I mean, we've gotten to the age now, we don't go to the river anymore and ski and do all those kind of things. We kind of keep it quiet around the 4th of July. My kids are getting to the age that I don't have to go pay $200 of fireworks and, you know, entertain them anymore. They've got their own things going on, and that's fine. I'm for that, actually. But just give it some thought this weekend. No matter what you're doing, no matter what you like to do in life, just know that you can do what you want, you can say what you want, of course within guidelines and you know, the legal system. And that's why we are blessed, beyond blessed. And I just hope we recognize it before it's too late. Because if we don't protect it, they'll take it. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hit that thumbs up button. Tell a friend. Let's keep this thing growing. And spend some time thinking about what that right there truly stands for. I know it doesn't have anything to do with gardening or homesteading, but if you think about it, it really, truly does. The ultimate freedom. Because of that, and because of who I believe in, I am free. And I want you to be as well. We love you. God bless you. This is James from Butler Farms, and we'll be seeing you.